Jamie's freelancer in the foreground there. I like how that scale is just, you can see how small the freelancer is compared to how huge the Idris is.
That's one thing that I do love about everything that we've been seeing with Star Citizen so far, is just that scale.
Just, yeah.
The fact that, we're looking at, you look at the Idris compared to the freelancer, and when you're in that first person view, the freelancer looks big. So
imagine us having this on the pad the day we buy it, and there's 10 of us standing there like
it's so shiny,
so huge, and then we spend at least half an hour finding our way into the ship to begin with.
It's like, where's the button? Where do we get in?
I like how big the missile system is compared to the freelancer. It's about as big. And then we go through the little glass, well, supposed to be glass there. And then up the staircase into the bridge area. A ship this big with a crew of 8 to 10 at least. 7 turrets, an advanced missile system, a hangar that can hold 3 to 4 fighters at least.
And it's not even the biggest thing out there.
No, not by a long shot, no.
So that sense of scale is, as like me and Foam and Jim, as we're out there as the patrol wing, just flying around, flying past it, and just knowing the fact that everyone else is inside. It's just really awesome.
Yep. So there's let's see, all the special stuff in there. There's an armory, so you have a cool field table with tools on it, so you can modify your guns. Apparently that's a thing. Lots of space to store the various types of suits and armor and weapons that we have. Freddy is going to be taking care of that.
Cargo Goblin.
Oh yes. Let's see. Oh yes, that corridor has ejection pods in them. Enough ejection pods for, or life pods I should say, for 24 people. Which is the exact same amount of people that can actually be held in the ship. There's bunk space for 24 people in the Idris, even though it only has a crew of 10.
Thing is, we're only ever going to use 23 because you're the captain. You're going down with this ship.
You guys will tie me down to my chair if it comes
hell
to it.
Yes.
Or just shoot me through the kneecaps and then, giggle and run off.
Lots of giggling.
Engine room. Big engine. Engine room comes with seating for, or workstations, I should say, for the engineer, or engineers. There can be more than one. And the Idris also has a capacitor battery bank, which is essentially free power that can recharge. You can take that battery power and then assign that to a specific system. So, say, temporarily boost your engines or your shields for a small period of time, and then let those things recharge again. And the engineer, of course, also repairs and maintains everything.
So in the same way that for your thrusters on a fighter you use boost, it's a similar thing, but for all systems you choose where it needs to go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I do like the fact that they've got the little wall-mounted maps, knowing full well that this thing's huge, so you are going to get lost.
And it's also a fact that this entire game is in first person, which is a big thing. You're not going to be able to just, hit some sort of key and zoom out and figure out where am I again. No. You're first person. You're going to have to figure it out as you're walking there. There's a couple of those big bulkheads. They line up those big bulkheads with the docking ports on the outside of the hull. So that's where ships can dock with the Idris. Say Jamie's freelancer, for instance, if he can't land in the docking bay, then he can just dock there at the docking ring and go through there. And of course the infirmary, where Dr. Eep will be looking after the patients.
Now there's a scary thought.
Yes. And the advanced missile/torpedo system. This is a big one. As we have 7 turrets on the ship, but they're all anti-fighter basically, with small weapons that do spray lots of shots, hoping to deter enemy fighters from trying to engage us, or enemy fighter bombers for trying to shoot their missiles at us. But we also have this massive missile and torpedo system that we can use to fight other capital ships or really big fighters. Say one of the Retaliator enemy bombers wants to shoot us with torpedoes, we can shoot back with torpedoes. So we have an entire missile cabinet storage rack in there.
So that you can fire things the size of a freelancer at people.
Well, you can fire a volley of missiles, which has the combined weight and volume of a freelancer. And yeah, just blast things at people. And then, of course, reload it, because there's a very big magazine with even more torpedoes and missiles, and you can stock all different kinds.
The crowning glory, though, has to be that hangar. Just the fact
God,
that,
yes.
you know, fly in, fly out, get all of us parked up in there, doing copious amounts of damage to the interior as we figure out how exactly we land. Bouncing off every single surface in there. And
I remember
eventually...
talking to Jamie about his freelancer, which you saw at the beginning of the video, and him going, so yeah, you know, I could possibly land as well. And I'm like, well, I'm not entirely sure if you can. Your ship might be slightly too big. And he's like, no. It all depends on how much paintwork damage you're willing to receive. I'll be able to land.
Oh, what was the ship that Jim was looking at about trying to land it sideways?
Oh yeah, the Reliant.
Yeah,
which is wider than the cargo bay is, so you'll have to fly up close and then, you know, maneuver sideways and then actually strafe into the landing bay, strafing into the landing bay in order to land the massive flying wing that it is. Ridiculous.
Yeah, but lots of fun.
But still, completely possible, yeah.